Planet Comic.
People know comics are coming out. They know. They know. If you don't know, now you do. So we're done with that. We did it.
If you didn't know, then now you know.
Yeah, I'm man.
Shocked. I jumped onto this. I haven't. I'm like, wow, Marcus is doing a live. Let me jump on and see
what do you want.
I need one
what
more.
the fuck do you want?
He takes his headphones off and thinks we can't hear him.
Can you? Fuck,
Marcus, we can hear you when you take your headphones off.
I'm sorry, I forgot to replace, man.
We're like, what the fuck do you want? The headphones back.
Tell her I said hi.
Fuck you, man. What the hell?
Golly, never.
She does not deserve that treatment.
Never get married, guys.
It's too late. I don't regret it yet, though. That's the weird thing.
I wouldn't trade her for all the happiness in the world.
Hey. Megan says hi, Becker. Okay, can you go now? I can't do these. I can't do this.
No, I would actually like to talk to her.
I'd rather have her. Let's get her opinion on the subject.
What?
Does the gentleman know that we can't see his face when he's talking?
Yes, Comic Journey knows that we can't.
What'd she say?
She's like, does the gentleman know we can't see his face?
Yes, it's his thing, baby. It's his thing. Okay, are we done? All right.
It's called a gimmick.
Oh my god! All right.
Women always questioning things. You know what the hell, man?
I'm gonna clip that. We'll definitely be clipping that one.
It's my greatest dream come true. Welcome to the Hotel Hell. Check-in time is now. Check-out time is never.
What's your name, baby? They call me Soul Baby. Soul Baby? Yeah. Keep it in control, baby. I hear you, baby. My name's Noah J. Bird. Noah J. Bird? Oh, you like to fly? I fly, baby. Fly away, baby. In the clouds, no frowns. All right, now that's what I'm talking about. Tears, no fears, man. Is that right? Respected, don't neglect it. All right, that's what I'm talking about, baby. My brother. Treated, don't beat him. All right, baby. You're a badass motherfucker. Haters gonna hate.
Butts.
What up? What up? What up? It is Tuesday once again, and it is time for another FOC and chill. You know, I thought about calling it in this week. We got Christmas coming up, and if you look at the FOC, there actually isn't much of a final order cutoff this week for Christmas. And so when I saw that, I was like, is there really a show this week? Do I really have anything to talk about? I mean, we never talk about the FOC anyway, but even still, why not? So, I mean, if you look, there's only some independent books available, and even at that, there's not really that many. So not a lot going on in terms of FOC this week. Not a lot of books to talk about, even if we were to get to it. But I said to myself, you know what? I got a show. It's Tuesday. And yes, it's holiday time, but there's going to be some people here. And I'm going to do the show for the people that are there. So that's what we're here for. I don't know what we're going to talk about. You know, I got Jonathan Majors on my mind. We had the guilty verdict, and we had Marvel cutting ties with him. So that's definitely a topic that we could potentially get into. I'm in my feelings about it. I have thoughts, but, I definitely see all directions on this one, especially given that, we really don't know, when it comes to these things. So I'm good with the jury deciding what they decided. And that's our system is the worst system, except for all the other systems. That's a quote. Our government's the worst. Democracy's the worst, except for all the other. And that's basically how I feel. It's like, man, our stuff is the worst. We're the worst. But, man, except for all the others. So that's my mood. That's how I'm feeling. That's what I'm thinking about. Like, link is in the chat if anybody wants to join and shoot the shit. We'll see if we have a show this week because there's definitely not any books going on. Let's get into the chat here. We got my homie Las Cruces. What up? Coming in from New Mexico. Appreciate your brother coming through and dropping a comment. That's my guy right there. Appreciate him. You should have won. You and Chop and Job were robbed. I mean, I shouldn't say that because TM Nerdy's great too. But I thought you guys were shoe-ins for the best supporter award. But there's always next year for the Comic Book Community Awards. There's already talk about some changes that are going to be made, some ways in which we can make it better. And I'm really excited to see the evolution of this thing. I'm hoping to up my game in terms of promoting it. I realize now, Mark from Legion of Comics taught me that slideshows ain't the way to do this. So I'm definitely going to flip up my game in terms of trying to promote things like Comics Cure Cancer, and definitely the CBC Awards. So got that going for us. We got our first guest of the night, Lady Fantastic, in this Christmas edition.
Let's solve all the world's problems. Fucking FOC. Let's get on Beckerman's nerves. He's impatient. I've noticed it, Beckerman. You are impatient. When people don't stay on task, you get very frustrated with them.
Well, Beckerman, we should take a moment just to sing the praises of Jill, his wife, who's just an incredible woman. Like, to deal with that, man. I mean, wow.
He doesn't suffer fools.
Wow. Beckerman is not
small talk.
Beckerman is not the nicest person, so
that's okay.
He's both so loving and caring, but at the same time,
not.
Yeah. So
I think he's very pointed about where he chooses to allot his affections, and he compartmentalizes, and
And we had this conversation before about I was like, you think you're so cool, Beckerman. He's like, oh, I don't think I'm cool. And what he means is he doesn't think he's cool by conventional standards, right? But when we get to our age, we all decide are uncool. It doesn't matter what conventional cool is. I know my cool, and I don't give a damn about anything else.
I think Beckerman's cool. This is by no means an affront to you. I find your characteristics endearing because some of them I may or may not recognize in myself. I'm not the most patient individual.
It's a little bit of a front for me. But Beckerman has decided what his cool is, and he is nailing it.
He's owning it.
No one can fuck with him when it comes to nailing his cool, and that's just a fact.
We all got our own brand, man. Just own it.
And I think that's part of why, like, he's ridiculous and he's mean to me, but I desperately want his approval still. I don't know what's wrong with me. We got Phil's Treehouse in the house. What's up, my man? Thanks for coming through. We'll see if there's not much FOC, so we're going to be really chilling this week. Let's get to the chat, and then we'll see if Lady F has any comments about Jonathan Majors. We've got Funny Blooming Flower. We need more comic journeys in the world and fewer fake channels. Okay, well, thanks for coming through. Funny Blooming Flower. If that was a shot at me, that's cool. If it wasn't, that's also cool. I'll be a fake channel. By fake channels, I mean, when people call things fake, they don't really mean fake. They just mean they don't like it. It's like, oh, that's a fake comic book collector. No, he's still a comic book collector. You just don't like him, and that's cool. It's not really fake. Is not what people mean usually when they say fake. Sometimes it's what they mean, but a lot of times it's not. And usually it's just a fill-in word. Let's see who else we got in here. We got Wellbore in the house. What's up, Wellbore? Thanks for coming through, my man. We got Mark, the man, the myth, the legend, Legion of Comics in the house. What's up, Mark? Thanks for coming through.
What's up, Sleepy?
Lady F in the house. We got Gary B. Was just watching him on the 1011. It was grumpy old man hour on the 1011 tonight, but it was good times, man. Some cool books. Always interesting books, that and interesting stories. That's one of the great things about that show is that you never know what books you're going to run into. And on top of that, you never know what stories you're going to run into. So, man, a really great concept, really great show. Definitely check out Gary B if you're not plugged in to him. We got Beckerman being the curmudgeon that he is.
I mean, he's just himself.
You know. We got Raging Cajun. What up, JD? Thanks for coming through, my man. Merry Christmas to everybody. Has the war on Christmas started? Has anybody checked in? When does that start?
What?
The war on Christmas. Has it started this year? Are they doing it again this year? The war on Christmas?
I don't know. I've not fought in that war. I'm waving my fucking.
I haven't really seen a lot of that war being fought, but I hear a lot of talk about it. We got the Seth 11. What's up, Seth? Thanks for coming through. Merry Christmas to you. What else was he? I can't wait to not hear about. Okay, awesome. All right, being the man that he is. He doesn't want to talk about Jonathan Majors, for see if anybody agrees. We got Durs in the house. Check out Collecting with Durs, one of the rising stars of comic book YouTube. Thanks for coming through, my man. I appreciate you. Vin Compton, what's up, brother? I appreciate you taking the time. Merry Christmas to you and everybody taking the time. We got the CBC Award, the Council of Comic Council. I don't know why I said cancel. The Council of Comics. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate that, man. That's awesome. I didn't know I thought it would be dead this week, but apparently I was wrong about that one. We even got a Tyler appearance, of course, coming in. They hate on my guy, Patrick Mahomes. We could talk about the Patrick Mahomes stuff.
What did he cry about?
Well, we had an incident.
Did you lose?
Yeah, we lost. And
so he cried?
We had a game-winning play where one of our players got called offside, and he was clearly called offsides. And our quarterback and our coach kind of lost their mind about the offsides call, making the argument that yes, he was offsides, but they don't call that, but they just decided to call that. And I was like, I don't know, do they not call offsides? But then I saw like the very same weekend or next weekend or something, like multiple instances of offsides not being called. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe they don't actually call that all the time. So, obviously he lost his cool. My man lost his cool. Usually he's got that $500 million cool in him, and but he's very much a competitor, and that's what you want out of your quarterback. So it wasn't the best look, but I ain't mad at him. In fact, I love him more because that's just that competitive fire, and we can't always control it. That's stoicism is about controlling and managing what you can manage, including your emotions. But sometimes they get the best of you. And he's still a young kid. He's still in my book. He's pretty young. All right, but that's enough football stuff. Who cares about football, right? We got Kyle. Thanks for coming through, Kyle. Good to see you, my man. The low grades in the house, man. I love me some low grades. I usually can't stay up for the whole show because I have to work early and I fall asleep. But, man, I absolutely love the low grades. And we had an appearance of Ross this past Friday, which was really good to see, man, because I really love Ross a lot. Like, I'm kind of gay for Ross. I'm not gay, but I'm kind of gay for Ross. Because not only is he just a really good looking, but I just get a really good vibe, an intellectual vibe, trying to figure this world out kind of vibe. And Robert, the family man, I just appreciate the whole vibe of the whole show. So if you're not plugged into Comics on the Edge, that terrible Raiders fan, sometimes Ross, not usually Ross, and then J2, definitely plug into them. And I love me some low grades on Friday nights. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate you, brother. We got Sleepy Reader in the house. That's my guy. I will be pushing for him once again to get that Lifetime Achievement Award for the Comic Book Community Awards. I'm ready to go again. I'm gonna be pushing this damn thing harder than ever next year. Like I've said it before, but was really impressed with the improvement of the show from Brian, and I'm really excited to see how it improves next year. Willie Survive. That's a Wednesday night, a brother right there, usually hanging out with us on Wednesday nights with my comic book dad over at Indie Comics and Reviews. Thanks for coming through, Willie. I know this is late for you, so I appreciate you coming through and saying what's up before bedtime. What's up, my brother? Merry Christmas to you and to yours. And hell yeah, Ross was a hell of a Christmas present, man. Made my week, made my Christmas, man. To me, the major stuff is his personal business. I don't need to be involved with it. So yeah, let's get into that, because here's and maybe you know more than I do, because I need someone who actually knows, because I don't know. But I know he was found guilty. And but I don't know is it because of that part of the camera where he puts her in the car? Is that the assault part, or is there something else to it? Do you know?
Well, I know that he was charged for a couple things, and one was harassment. And from that, they have just like the whole log of text, which he was fucking harassing her. Like
I have heard people say that.
yeah,
Yes,
and that's harassment. It was textbook. You know, they can prove that. For the I'm not sure about the third degree assault thing. I think that said it was like third degree unintentional assault, which basically means like you using your body or an object to just like cause harm to somebody, but maybe not like planning to. It was just like with gross negligence. I don't know. But
so it must have been that part where he put her in the car. It must have been that.
It could have I you know, I really don't know. I mean, all I know is like ultimately there's a shit ton of texts of him being like, don't tell the cops this, don't tell the cops that. You know, and yeah, he's just not very smart. And it's like, dude, you had everything in front of you. And
yeah, I'm bummed
had,
about it, man. I don't
all
care
you had to
about
do is
celebrities.
not lay
I'm bummed
hands.
about it.
Like people use their words, not their fists. And like if you can't do that, then like that's on you, dude. It's all on you, Jonathan. Sorry, buddy, but this is how you assume responsibility. Okay, you broke the egg, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good. You know, he got his day in court, and the facts came out, and the jury decided. So I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make me happy. Like it's unfortunate, and it's shitty, but at the same time, it's like this is what accountability looks like. This is what consequences for your actions look like. You know, even though it very rarely happens to a lot of people that are in positions of power, this is what it should look like, right? I'm still upset that he fucked with Rocket Raccoon.
Well, how did he fuck with Rocket Raccoon?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Maybe in the Christmas special, I'm not sure. Or maybe in the newest. That's what Rob said. I'm still upset he fucked with Rocket Raccoon.
Oh, Rob, what is that about? I don't know what that's about.
Did he do something to Raccoon in the Ant-Man movie? Because I think
no. Well, I know he did something to him in the. Well, no, it was that other villain, not Kang, that did something to. Is that what he's talking about? The other villain? I can't remember his name. From Guardians 3. What was his name? Yeah, that wasn't Jonathan Majors in Guardians of the Galaxy. Come on, I know we all look the same to you guys, but geez.
It says in Guardians he effed with rockets with bleach.
Yeah, High Evolutionary. There we go.
Yeah, High Evolutionary. I don't think either of us are celebrating him losing his job. I mean, it's not.
I think I could see people celebrating it because
I think some people probably are, but I don't think that's what we're doing here.
They see it as part of a larger battle, right? Where
he's just an example.
Yeah, exactly. He's an example, and it's not really about any specifics. Because that's what, I've said it before, but I try really hard to not let people become all one thing. The internet makes people all one thing consistently, and I just try really hard to focus on that, not letting myself play into that. And so this woman is not all one thing, and Jonathan Majors is not all one thing, and making sure I remember that.
Ultimately,
because
sorry, go ahead.
Because look, I will say, it doesn't seem like the assault was that. If the assault was just what I saw in that video, obviously he shouldn't have done it, but it's not the level of assault it will make me ready to kill you.
Right.
But man, to date a woman who is recording your personal arguments and conversations the way that she is, man, that's not people who are trying to weaponize your relationship like that. You can't fight your battles. Well, I always say you can't fight your battles with your friends. Like a lot of times I see women will get into a fight with their man, and when they talk to their friends, they don't talk about any of the good stuff. They just talk about the things they're angry about. And so they paint an angry picture of their, and so then they wonder why all of their friends hate them. You know, you never want to fight your battles in your friends. You got to fight them between each other. You know, and so if you're sitting there recording them, your conversations, that's telling me you are setting up to fight your battles somewhere else. So I mean, if you're at the point where you're recording conversations, it's time to end it. It's over. Is the way I feel.
Major's guilt of 1 countless of reckless assault in the 3rd degree and a non-criminal charge of harassment is a violation. Yeah, he was acquitted of like 4 other things. But that's a thing the DA will drop all they need is 1 count of something. Now I don't know of any hot dog books coming out, Cole. You know, ultimately I'm kind of with Beckerman in the sense that like I don't give a shit about anything regarding Jonathan Majors other than his capacity to play superheroes on screen.
I've watched some interviews and I liked his vibe. I liked his energy. He seemed level-headed.
I think he was incredibly talented. I think he did a great job.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean anything behind closed doors, obviously.
You know, it's just shitty because it's like you see this, and then I feel like, okay, Ezra Miller's a fucking freak. You know, he's done some weird shit. They rallied around his ass. So I just see like, you know, I know what Becker
These motherfuckers all thought that Majors was the high evolutionary, so he ain't telling no lies. They could just put slide somebody else in there. Who knows?
I haven't watched the last Guardians because I can't deal with animal violence. They're looking at Smith. Shut up, Tyler. The Fresh Prince. High evolutionary.
Well, who would you replace him with if you were to replace him? Is there anybody out there? I like Denzel's son. He's out here kicking ass. Why not Denzel Washington's son? I forget his name. I can't even think of anything he's in. He was in that movie. He was in that KKK movie with Adam Driver. I remember, right? What was the name of that movie?
I know you were kidding. I was kidding.
Uh-oh, we got a ghost in the chat, man. I have not been seeing much of Cole, but Merry Christmas to you, Cole's Comics and Claims. One of the fun members of this this community. So good to see you, man. Thanks for coming through. You know what? I don't think I did not pin the link in the chat, so let me fix that real quick here.
I don't want Will Smith to be the high evolutionary. But
high king evolutionary. Are you serious? No, he's not. Really? I thought we're going from we're canceling one black man to another canceled black man. I thought Will Smith was. I was thinking about this just this week about how absurd the whole thing was. Like, that night could have been his night, right? Didn't he win an Oscar that night? I'm pretty sure he did. Like, that was supposed to be like just an incredible night for him.
I don't understand that whole thing.
And he absolutely shit all over. I was just thinking about how crazy it was and how out of character at least it seemed to be. You know, Will Smith was the rapper that was laughing and joking, right? It was
like, I think Jada somehow instigated it.
Everybody wants to come for Jada and blame.
I don't like her.
I think this Hollywood shit.
She wears the pants.
I think they have a Hollywood relationship. Hollywood relationships can have different rules. And I think we're seeing some of the different rules that Jade is enjoying, but we're not really talking about the rules that Will's probably enjoyed. Because I guarantee you, he's been enjoying some special rules too.
I think so. And dude, you know what? I've gone down the rabbit hole of recently, and it's stupid because
Him
it's like
talking about Tim and Dwayne Martin and whatnot. Is that what you're talking about?
I'm gonna talk, and I'm talking like the thing with Puffy, you know.
Oh my god! Oh shit!
And like all of it, because it's like I think a lot of it might be true, dude. I mean, I don't know.
It seems to be true. Yes, it does seem to be true.
There just seems to be a lot. Okay, well, you know, when you've got all of these different people that didn't know each other, but they've all interacted with the same like celebrity, and they're all telling very similar stories.
And not only that, but you can go back from interviews in the past, and they were telling the same, they were subtly telling the same stories in interviews for a long time.
They have been. And it's been going around for a long, and I think some people have been silenced, because you know who got silenced a long time ago was Wendy Williams, and now it's like coming back to like, oh shit,
they made her sound crazy too, didn't they?
And I think she was right. So I don't know, man. It's just getting weird. I didn't realize. So now I'm learning all of the drama, the business, and the history of the hip hop industry from like the late 80s to the mid 90s, and how all these things happened. I don't know why, because sometimes I just go down rabbit holes. And this
it sounds like you know more than I do now. Shit.
Well, this fucking thing made me go down a rabbit hole of like Death Row Records, of Bad Boy, of, you know, all of of Clive Davis and him, like,
I remember them,
you know, green lighting Bad Boy to be created. It's just like wild. I don't know. It's really, anyway.
Suge Knight.
Yeah, Suge Knight. I mean, he's in jail now, but I mean, basically he had, you know, Tupac and I think a couple other people, but you know, they were beefing with like Biggie and the East Coast. I think Will's special rules is that Will's a little fluid with the gender. I think he'll just kind of, you know, he'll go with it.
You know, this obsession with cucking is interesting to me. Like you're seeing it with I don't know if you watch UFC, but Ian Machado was a UFC fighter who's been accused of being a cuck, and the heat was so hyped that he pulled out of his fight. Now he claimed he was sick, but nobody believes he was sick. They all believe it was because of this stuff going on with his wife. This man took his wife's last name, which was actually his wife's ex-husband's last name, and so they've been calling him a cuck. But there's this thing where like it's like that's one of the most I don't know, like demasculating things. Is that the word I'm looking for? Demasculating? Emasculating. It's like there's a lot of guys who absolutely are just disgusted by the thought of it. You know, it's crazy to me.
Well, it's only emasculating if you buy it as a social construct, and that's all it is a social construct that we've assigned certain gender qualities to.
Yes.
And so
that's
it's really,
where they lose me is the different rules.
Yeah, it's fucking arbitrary. And cuckold honestly really means like there's another dude fucking your wife and you're just there and you have to fucking deal with it. That's what a cuck is. And it goes back to like medieval times.
It's not an agreement sort of thing, right? It's
well, I mean, a cuckold it can be, but like, you know, generally it's you know, it's just the fact.
Who saw the conversation going this way, huh? No.
Yeah, right. A man whose wife's unfaithful, you know, it's just like, yeah, it's like a Shakespearean. It's basically the husband. Yeah. All right, everyone, have a good night. All right, great, Beckerman. Thanks. See you later. We know your opinion.
Beckerman's gonna complain no matter what, so don't even worry.
He's grump.
Don't worry about Beckerman. What are we bringing Kenan Thompson into this cuck relationship with? Like I just like there was the whole. Did you hear the whole thing with Adam 22? Did you see that whole controversy?
Mm-mm.
So Adam 22 is a porn star and he has a porn star wife, and he recently agreed to let his porn star wife shoot a video with another man. And
Yeah.
that video happened to be another black man, and the internet is absolutely just lost their mind over it, which I don't understand because I'm like, they're porn stars. They're both porn stars. If I'm a porn star and I'm having sex with all kinds of women for a job, I just feel like I would have a different relationship with sex than me, the relationship that I have as a regular person. And I just
Right.
wouldn't see things the same way as them. Like I
Right.
would not feel like I was being cucked at all. I would feel like my wife was over here getting money for us doing our job, our
Well,
profession.
and some dudes get off on it. Some dudes like seeing their wives
I've
being with
seen it on.
somebody.
Oh, trust me, I've seen it on Pornhub. There's plenty
Yeah,
of
and they'll sit in the corner and do their thing. And apparently, like the rumor is that that's what Puff Daddy likes to do.
is watch. Is that what he?
Oh
Because
yeah,
you know
yes,
more
he
than
did.
I haven't
No, he
cut the
did.
whole.
Oh, so for him, like with the Cassie
I thought
chick,
he was doing gay stuff. Is what he was
he
doing.
was doing gay stuff,
Oh,
but he was also watching. So he would get Cassie, his chick, to go and find
allegedly.
allegedly some BBC, and she would get the BBC for herself, but really it was for him or them all to share. Because he would just drug her out. She would, I don't know, do whatever she did, and he would sit there and get off to it, and then you use him or whatever.
I can tell you that there is a certain culture among a certain kind of black man where that is completely normal.
Yeah, well, apparently there's a down low, community is a really big down low community in Atlanta, where it's just like you the down low life is just for you play like a straight dude and you got a family and shit, but like you fucking the gay rapper mafia. Birdman's in that. I don't know, man. It's weird.
Well, I think especially if you're a rapper, it's not okay to be gay still. I mean, you saw all the shit. What's old Lil Nas went through? Like, it's not okay to be a black rapper who's gay generally. And so I'm not surprised if there's a bunch of closetedness going on because the incentive structure would be set as such to where if you were, you would be closeted. Absolutely. Which, man, craziness to hear. And who knows what's true, right? Who fucking knows what's true?
This is what I think it is like these things. I think there probably was a lot of these sex parties and they went down, but I don't really think it had to do anything with like a preference, or I think it just has to do with power and dominance. And like, I have this much money that I can do any fucking thing that I want.
Absolutely. I think that money, because I think about it with myself, is I think money would warp me in that way where like
it would do it to anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, you become amoral when you have so much money that you basically can make people do anything for you. Because you ask a girl in the 4th grade, like, how much would you have to pay you for you to kiss a boy you don't like? And you'd be like, oh, $1 billion. But then when you get older, how much money would it take for you to kiss somebody that you didn't like, but for a fee? You know what I'm saying? It's just like things change. Shit changes.
I'm a slut, dog. Get me lit. What's up? How much money you got?
Yeah.
We'll have to clear it with my wife, but
okay, like we were asking this at work. This is what PhD people ask each other. Fucking a dude at work who was a grad student. He just got his doctorate, but he came to me like, and he was like, I have a question. He's like a brilliant math guy. He's like, would you suck a dick a week for $100,000 a year? I said yes. No question about it.
I mean, if I was a woman, yeah, I don't know. Is that enough for a man? I don't feel no. 100,000 a year is definitely not enough.
It's not enough for you to suck. That's only 52 dick sucks.
What? It's once
a week. Yes. You get basically $2,000 a week.
But you just the repeatedness of it, dude. Like if I was a woman or if I was gay, I'm all in, like, right? But like I am super pro gay, but like I'm super also like
right. So Tyler's with me. He's like, sign me up for the 100K.
I don't think I could. I don't know.
52
man.
BJs for 100K. Shit.
I don't think I could, man.
What if you just like?
And then because like you like imagine like I dread going to work now. Imagine if that was your job and you got to go to work next week.
Dude, I would bang it out. I would just be like, all right, let me try and get like 10 done a day. And then I would just
hate my job so much.
I would just up front do a week of work, suck 52 dicks in a week, and have 51 weeks where I get 100K to do whatever I want.
Man, you gotta make it fair. You gotta.
I'm not swallowing though.
You've got to give me like.
I don't think I can eat out a chick. I'm not sure.
Exactly. That's to make it equal. You got to make it against your sexual preference,
natural tendency.
Yeah. What you
know what? If you throw me,
I would do a woman. I will look at women.
You would
I would do it once. I would do it once a day for $100,000. Man, no
same dick or 52 different dicks? Same dick.
I would do the same if it were talking to women, same woman, different woman. As long as we're doing, STD tests.
I did.
Yeah. I ain't worried.
You know what? If it was a vagina, you'd probably have to bump me up to $3,000 a week. Because I'm not used to that.
You can still do. How much would you have to bump it for? And guys, so Tyler's price is $100,000. As a man, or go against your sexual preference. What's your yearly rate? 52.
My yearly rate. So if I have to suck gym dogs, then I'll do one a week, for a year for $100,000. But if it's Pikachu's, then I'm gonna have to go to $3,000 per Pikachu.
3,000.
3,000 per Pikachu. I need 300K to eat 52 vaginas. Eat out the same vagina 52 times.
And 300, like,
and it probably wouldn't be good for them the first few times. I would have to learn.
I think the number would have to be astronomical because for me to clock in and clock out of work, and also to tell people, hey, what do you do for a living? I suck a dick once a week. Like, yeah, that
you could just say though, but you could say I do contract work.
Just keep it
it
vague.
Yeah, just like I'm a contract.
But what if that's part of the job? Like it's a porno, so it's public.
It's public knowledge.
It's there for public consumption. How much does that change your price for women and men? I don't think I could do it, man.
It doesn't change
for any price. So you would do it on camera on your video live each month.
No.
Or each week there's a new video on Pornhub.
No. I don't want people seeing me fucking sucking a dick or eating a hoo-ha. Nobody, you could know. I mean, like you could say, oh, hey, there's the girl that gets paid $100,000 a year for sucking D. Like, I don't care if people know that, but I don't want people seeing video.
Yeah, that's a different level.
Like, I can't have.
Is there any price that makes the video? Okay, all right, I'll do it for that price.
Probably. Yeah, there's probably.
Everybody has a price.
You're probably gonna have to get in the millions if you're gonna show me. I mean, it's not gonna be. I can't imagine what it would be. Just not good. But
clothing. Oh, dude, I would go to a clothing optional bar just for the people watching. Like, I'm not really. I would just.
Those places are for people that have so much confidence.
Oh, it would be fascinating.
But confidence and appearance don't correlate. So I'm just gonna say 52 dicks.
It's been 1 week since you sucked a dick. 2 weeks since you did. Yeah, okay.
Came in my eye and I got sick.
Yeah, 50 vaginas, man. That's a whole different ballgame, man. You know.
So that's going to be tougher for me. Should we write a
That's
comic?
easy. I mean, is it like what's the vibe of it? Is like a Saw kind of Purge vibe, or is it?
No.
Mean?
No, it's going to be more like a 50 Shades of Grey, but like The Contract, you know, where, you know, you're a gardener, you know, you come in for some innocuous job for this billionaire or something. And you're like fucking trimming his bushes. And he calls you inside. Some kind of weird proposition like this. I don't know.
Indecent proposal.
Yeah, but I, you know, if we're going to do it, I will go ahead and volunteer to draw the gym dogs. I mean, I feel comfortable doing that.
Indecent, I guess that dude was a cuck. I just now realizing Indecent Proposal, that was the original cuck in my life.
Yeah.
And Demi Moore was so fine in that movie. Gosh, she was so prime. Demi Moore is.
You know, I don't ever know why she went with fucking Ashton Kutcher. That dude gets on my nerves. I think he's a goober.
He seems like he's obviously good looking. He seemed like an alright dude to me.
Is to you? You think he's good looking?
And she was robbing the cradle. Yeah, he's a good looking. He's like your basic good looking white dude, right?
I think he looks like a Neanderthal.
I mean, that's like he's like the most basic good looking white dude you can think of.
I don't think he was that attractive. I mean,
if you met my mother, John. What up, John Stott? You're never late, man. You're always right on time. The show can start. 8 billion genies with big dicks. Yeah, tall, dark, and handsome. I mean, you can't go.
He's not dark.
Can't go wrong with that.
I don't think he's that.
I mean,
John Hamm.
Yeah, that's
having
another
Dorito now. This talk, loving it. Let's think about alternative job propositions.
Well, I mean, what kind of jobs is P. Diddy offering you? What else can you tell us about?
Oh, do you want to know about that shit? This is all like alleged, but like
allegedly, yeah. Let's put that in front of
okay. Him and his homies, they would have these freak off sessions, and the freak off sessions would be like for days sometimes.
What does a freak off session entail?
Exactly? A freak off session entails a bunch of dudes and a bunch of chicks getting together, putting on masks, getting weird, like, and just doing drugs and staying blitzed and drinking and plied for like 3 to 5 days and just fucking a freak off.
I swear that's that Hollywood shit right there.
That's the Diddy. So that's the thing that he'd like to do. And like the story is that they would have bottles of Moet, you know, the champagne, and there would be a group of bottles here, and they would tell the dudes before the party started, like, hey, drink from these bottles, don't drink from these bottles, because they spiked it with shit. They would just knock out the chicks. And it just would not be good. That's what they did. And there's a lot of different people coming forward now with a lot of different allegations, and he's been doing it apparently for a long ass time. All right. What's lugs?
Now, did you ever? I mean, I think there were shoes, but right?
Those are Uggs, but what are lugs?
They're also shoes, I think.
Is it like a butt plug or something?
Maybe I'm tripping.
It is.
But did you ever see what was that show on HBO? True Detective. Did you ever watch True Detective?
No.
So the first season, I think, is based on true stories, and it's about kind of like this sexual cultish stuff going on down in the South, and it was really popular. But the second season wasn't nearly as popular, and it didn't really make sense to me. But I went and after watching it, I went and read like this explainer of the whole season. And once I read the explainer, the whole season made so much more sense to me. And I think the whole season was absolutely telling us the truth about Hollywood. Like, I think True Detective season 2 is based on a true story. Absolutely.
I think there's a lot of shit like that. that actually, because they were saying like Empire, they thought a certain character on Empire was based off Puff Daddy or whatever. So there's a lot of stuff I think that they'll take.
That's some shit 50 would do too. That is some shit 50 would do. Because isn't he behind that show, Power? 50 Cent? Pretty sure he is.
Empire. I'm talking about Empire.
Oh, he's behind Power, not Empire, right? I don't know.
50 Cent
I don't watch
is actually. So 50 is not part of this. He's actually one that trolls Puff Daddy the hardest.
Yeah.
He said that Puff Daddy tried to hit on him like early.
Yeah. You want to go shopping?
Buy him some clothes.
Yeah.
Like, what?
And that's what I'm saying. Like all of this stuff has been out there in the open. You just had to go put it together. And now that's what people are doing.
Since the early 2000s, people have been saying shit about Diddy. But like nobody paid attention. I didn't. Like, because all of this, like this was hip hop. Spit in my mouth, dude. Rob gets really excited. So
comics on the edge, baby.
He's edging all the time, every time. But I don't know. I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say.
We're talking about Puff and some wild shit. You went down the hole.
I did. The
proverbial hole.
Yeah, and I learned about like his relationship with Kim Porter and the fucked up things that he does, like to manipulate the women in his life that he has children with. He's just a piece of shit. I know, Melon and Mango, I'm talking about how I went down a P. Diddy wormhole after this because he settled the next day when Cassie brought this lawsuit. And so
that was lickety split. They wasted no time.
Shut up, AR. About as normal as you are. Yeah, he's gross. He's weird. And apparently, like Puff Daddy now seems like
What up, Sheena? Good to see you.
For the freak offs, he would ask the females to put on white fingernail polish, so it would contrast against the BBCs that he asked her to go get. So when he was watching them, like the cuck he was, it would like contrast with the dark skin. Yeah. That's like, and apparently his mother.
Wait, say that again.
So
what would
when
contrast with the dark skin?
The white fingernail polish. So he would ask his bitches like Cassie to put on white fingernail polish. She had to go and find some BBCs. The BBCs.
And this is British Broadcasting.
Yeah, this is BBC British Broadcasting. Yeah, and so Gene Deal is Puff's old bodyguard, and he was talking about this, and he was like, Cassie wasn't getting them BBCs for herself. You think she wanted them for her? Hell no. He was like, Puffy wanted that shit. He was like, he saw one time when Puffy and I can't remember the guy's name. It's got some kind of a J in it, something. But he was buying butt plugs, and like him and another rapper were fucking around. And like the rapper's cousin. It's just the craziest shit. But here's the thing is that everybody that signed with Bad Boy Records, they only had like one album. They weren't successful after that, or they're dead. And so it's just like Puffy is like, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. This is Ja Rule. He knew it was Ja Rule. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes, it was Ja Rule. Because Gene Deal said that this is what they did when Puffy would go to the sex shop. That they just handed the people that worked there a fucking stack of cash. You don't ask questions. You don't tell. He's going to take a brown bag and get the shit that he wants, and they were just kind of okay with that. And so Gene Deal was just like, man, I just kind of followed him around, and I just happened to look up where he was grabbing from shit, and it said butt plugs. And because we're like friends, like, kind of like brothers, I just said, man, what the fuck is that? And then Puff looked at me and he was like, can I do my own shopping? And so, like, it's just, all kind of shit. Yeah.
So never go shopping with Puff
at a sex store.
Unless you about that life, The way I feel about it is like, I
I don't.
think if it ain't hurting nobody,
I think that's a thing. I think that there's people that have been hurt, and it's the
yeah,
females
I
that have been
mean,
drugged. Like, when there's not,
obviously,
yeah. If you don't have to drug people, but see, that's the thing, is that none of these men that are in these positions, there's plenty of women they could go out and those women would give it to them willingly, but that's not what they want. They're predators and they want that power hunt. They get off on drugging people and they get off on trying to hook up with the females that don't want to be with them because it's a power thing. It's not even about sex.
Yeah.
That's what I think personally. You're like blowing up with the stream. You're like, fucking get me out of here. God, somebody else jump on.
No. This is we've consistently had 20 viewers, so people can complain all they want, but they're definitely interested in what you got going on. So don't even take it that way at all. That is not what I just never pinned it, and so I'm trying to finally actually pin it. There we go.
No, I got you. That's cool. Sex talk. What's happening, Bueller? You need to catch up, my friend. We've been talking about the salacious personal life of Sean Puffy Combs, P. Diddy, Brother Love. Yeah.
Man,
F that lady, you do you.
So the hole goes deep.
Yeah, and like there's been accusations from like, let's smash and grab a sex store. Okay. This is Love Line with Dr. Drew. So if you've got a rash, you go and see somebody. Nah, but like apparently there have been accusations since the early 90s. I mean, these guys have kind of been turds.
Man, does anybody have any Love
It's
Line
new to me,
questions?
Indy, because I haven't gone down this. I used to love watching Love Line.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that have been like on this for a long time, but they were considered conspiracy theorists before, but now it's like the alien people, this is their time.
Right, but then it's like you've got this 35-page deposition in that case that Cassie brought, and she put enough shit in there to scare the shit out of him. Sex talk with Lady Caroline, basically.
Hey, keeping it. I mean, I've been riveted. I didn't know any of this stuff. I know it's been percolating, on the Reddits and whatnot.
I've been
watching.
Is
this Tom Luther dude is tripping about his mother quite a bit here.
Okay. If your mother needs a lover, you could love her.
Yeah. I mean, I've been known to hit on my friend's mother, so.
I think a lot of guys have a fantasy. Did you have a fantasy like when you were a kid? Did you? Because see, I didn't have any fantasy. So that's what I could, because it's like a common theme or something. Because you remember that movie, Milk Money, with oh God, she was married to Antonio Banderas, the chick.
No, I don't remember.
Melanie Griffith. Yeah. Milk Money. Anyways, it's the whole premise of the movie is like boys that are like semi-pubescent, 12 to 14, and they have a crush on their really hot mom. All right. There was never a time when I was 12 to 14 and I had one of my friends and I was like, your dad's so hot, I think about him. That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
So let's say that your daughter is 20 years old and her friend who is 20, thinks I'm hot and hits on me, and I'm single. And let's say I'm 40 years old. Is it gross to hook up with your daughter's friend if she hits on you? That's gross, right? I mean, obviously it feels gross, but it also feels awesome at the same time.
So that's the movie American Beauty, and you can go watch that.
I don't remember that movie. I've seen it, but I have seen it. Oh, okay. I was thinking of American Pie. Yes,
exactly. That's the movie.
And it was definitely gross.
It's fucked up. It's fucked up because the's too many dynamics at play. Like you can't.
He was married though, although they were separated, right?
It was a fucked up family dynamic.
Yeah. It was definitely gross. But she also wasn't 20, right? She was in high school still. I think that's what made it gross.
Yeah, I think she was probably 17, 16.
Yeah, that's what made it super gross.
16,
like high
17.
School. That's definitely gross. I mean, it's gross either way, but it's less gross. They're out of high school.
What fucks me up is seeing the junior high school and the high school female teachers that like end up fucking their students. You're a team, adult scene. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Could you imagine like these female teachers that get arrested because they like seduce these like 14? What do you see in a nasty ass high school boy?
And that's the funny thing is like, where were they when I was 14? I wouldn't have told no one, baby. That would have been secret, would have been safe with me, baby.
Yeah, but I think there was a recent one where she got pregnant with the kid and she was like, we're going to have the baby and everything's going to be okay. And it's like the kid was born and the dad that was like fucking 14 was like, Mom, I'm the dad of this kid. Man can be considered guilty for what goes on in his mind. Yeah, I know, right? I mean,
I'm the chat's going too fast. So I'm missing some good stuff here. This is a very important question that must be asked. Yes, I'm glad that we're cutting to the chase here. It's very important.
What's the question?
I just ate a piece of beef jerky shaped like a Star Trek symbol. Writing this out, I misspelled piece as pie-e, and it made me think beef jerky pie. Yeah, I mean, I would eat that too. I mean, it feels like that'd be a little rough, right?
Beef jerky pie?
Beef jerky pie. Yeah, but I'm interested in it. Why is beef jerky so damn expensive? Somebody tell me that.
Because of the process, the curing process. I mean, it takes time and resources. Yeah.
Oh,
you're paying for the time. You're paying for the processing.
Michael, was he with Michael Caine? I don't remember that one, but
Sex is Life, Gandhi. Fucking Gandhi was gross.
I mean, so am I. So
yeah, but Gandhi like slept with his 12-year-old niece. It was fucking weird.
That's one thing I think about. Like, I don't want my daughter to find out that I'm gross.
You don't want to find out that you're sleeping with your 12-year-old niece?
No. What?
No. I'm just saying, if you were Gandhi, that's the shit.
Wait, he was sleeping? I didn't know that about Gandhi.
Yeah, he was gross.
I mean,
how about Jerry Lee Lewis? Exactly. There's a lot of shit.
Different. What year was that though? Different time. Like
it is different times, but just because it was a different time doesn't necessarily mean it was okay. Fuck, I mean, slavery was a different time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait till she finds your channel. You've seen pictures? All the ladies were hot for Hialeah. When he looked like he was. I want to see pictures. Bueller, you're gonna have to procure these pictures.
Yeah. Pictures or it didn't happen.
We're gonna need to see some pictures of the young Luca. I'll be back. Everyone got to grab some water. Wait, just cool down, man. Take a cold shower. You know. I'm not trying to.
Yeah.
I'll get Dr. Ruth on your asses, man. We'll just talk this shit out in gross detail.
Yeah. Does anybody have any relationship problems they need us to work out? We're here for you guys.
I can tell you, it's not, don't be ashamed of your body.
I mean, I've shown that I'm not ashamed of mine. This is 40, guys. Look at my Instagram. One of my funnest days on Instagram was the day I decided to take my clothes off. Oh, we got Jamie in here. What's Jamie talking about? All this stuff going on in our country right now is just recycling from ancient Rome. The only taboo was bestiality or a man being the catcher. So you can't bend over. You can be gay, but you can't take it.
Actually, that's not really true because in ancient Rome and Greece, they had these kind of apprentice or mentorships between like the older like philosophers and their young like apprentices, and they would like go to the bathhouses and like do butt stuff with each other.
There was no true love like the love between a man and a boy. It was what the Greeks thought. Yes, it's true. And I'll never forget the day that I learned that. I'm like, these people
They didn't think it was weird. They thought it was
not
normal.
at all. And it's weird how like we act, especially like in the 80s, like we act that way about homosexuality while also revering these guys and putting them up on a
Like
pedestal.
Hannibal from Carthage, like the great Carthaginian leader or general Hannibal. He encouraged his troops to sleep with each other because it increased bonding and closeness. And
No, thank you. It's a hard no.
Saying, like,
it's a hard no thing.
In the foxhole,
we can play spades, bro. We don't need to.
You need a. But I'm just saying, like that. It was the norm. Yet, it wasn't always a sexual thing. It was very homoerotic, and a lot of times it was like, well, you know what? We can talk about this, and we can talk about like Herodotus and Thucydides and some historians that discuss these things in great detail. And yeah, it was strange, the relationship. The man, boy, I don't think the foxhole was the right place. Yeah, it probably wasn't. It's a good reference though.
Man, what a FOC and chill. What a night. Thank you so much. The lady, fantastic.
Sorry, dude. Yeah.
No, don't say sorry, man. You made this week very interesting. We hit, I tell you, usually we start off around 20, 25 viewers, and then we drop to about 15 to 13. But this week we stayed pretty consistently at 20 viewers, and that is all you, lady. Fantastic. So, great work tonight. Great work.
If you guys, if you guys are interested in sucking a dick or eating a vagina for a certain amount of money a week for a year, talk to me, because these are the real jobs. This is where this is a niche someone has to fill.
And I am curious about there's two numbers. I'm curious about that question. The two numbers, like 52.
That's a year.
Oral sex a year. What's your price for your sexual preference, and what's your price for the non-sexual preference? Like for my sexual preference, 100,000 is plenty.
Yeah.
For my non-sexual preference, I don't know if there's a number, man.
Really?
It'd have to be.
That's fucking lame. You're such a wuss. Sorry.
Let me think about it. No, you're right. You're right. Let me give it.
It's just a penis.
Like just the thought, like I said, like the thought of like I gotta go to work and that's my job. Like that is just so dreadful. We got JD on coming to do his. Are you giving your two numbers? I'm trying to come up with my second number.
I'm dying to hear Caroline's number and if she's gonna eat out a girl for that amount.
I'll eat out a chick for a year, $3,000 a week though. So I need 300 grand, and I will eat out a vagina to the best of my ability every week on the week. But honestly, if it's just like the number 52 and I just have to eat it out 52 times, I'm probably going to bulk it. I'm probably just going to do a big, like, all right, 4 or 5 days, and I'm doing about 8 to 12 vaginas a day, and then I got the rest of the year to heal from the trauma,
I feel like I need Shohei Ohtani money,
Yeah.
Need what?
I need Shohei Ohtani money, like 700 million. Like I need an absurd amount of money. Yeah, I'm sorry, but it's true. Like I am super pro gay people, but I am also super anti.
You're that afraid of a.
Yeah, I am. I really am. Ugh.
You're probably not worth that. You're probably not that good.
No, not even.
Like,
no,
I don't think you could.
I would be the worst because I would hate my job. I would.
Yeah, I don't think like you can give a $700 million blowjob.
There's no way my number is worth the blowjob that you're going to get from me.
Yeah, because I'd be spending the money on a therapist just to get over it.
Seriously, because I can't stop thinking about like, all right, man, got to go to work in 3 days.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm thinking, like, for the therapy, like, I think you'll get re-traumatized if you have to do it week after week. And that's why I say up front, do it all, take a bunch of like Xanax or something to just dissociate. Do a P. Diddy where you just drug yourself, okay? Bang it out, and then you've got the rest of the year to heal. You can spend your money fucking healing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think Bleeker's projecting here and telling us his number.
Yeah, I mean, he's basically saying, dude, Marcus, if somebody put fucking 25 grand in front of you, you'd be going, oh.
Yeah, definitely gonna be more than 25. Like, because it's one thing in the sort of hypothetical, but like it's a whole nother thing when someone's actually putting it on the table, right? When someone's actually offering the money.
And it can't be somebody gross, like, and they can't have like open sores and shit. Like your shit. I'm just saying, it's gotta be clean. Like I gotta know that I'm not gonna be getting any shit. I don't want no nasty, dirty, drug through the mud bullshit.
Yeah, well, Marcus did say you get tested and everything, and
yeah, I mean it's gonna be necessary, regardless of the sexual preference. I'm gonna need to make sure.
I'm glad we're working out the parameters.
I mean, these are important details to this hypothetical that we've built here.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen the movie Shawshank Redemption.
I haven't read it,
but I've never read
the movie.
I'm curious about the difference, though, Phil. I've never actually thought about it.
I have a feeling that there's probably some blowjob reference in that, and some probably like non-consensual blowjob references.
I mean, that sounds about right based on the movie. Let's see.
Money, money, money. Money. All right, I gotta get out of here. I feel like I need to like take a shower and pray.
Yeah, we've definitely sinned tonight, and I'm sorry for that. But I had a good time doing it. It was definitely entertaining. Before you get out of here, link is in the chat to Lady Fantastic. What's going on with you?
Nothing. I'll be going live at a random time that nobody knows about, unannounced, inconsistently, but it'll be good, and my heart's in the right place. I swear to God.
And if you want more sex talk with Lady Fantastic, go to her latest video and just comment, "Hey, sex talk with
more sex talk, please."
Yeah.
Yes.
I dig the Dr. Ruth vibe. Can you help me with this thing?
You gotta ask for the things that you want to see in this world. So if that's what you want to see, and I think that you want to see it because we had some good viewership tonight. So thank you to Lady Fantastic for being super entertaining. Yeah. Always a good time. One of the great members of this community, and I appreciate you blessing FOC and Chill with your time. Get plugged into her. Link is in the chat. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate you.
Thanks for having me on. I mean, yeah.
JD, where you came in at the end, but I do appreciate you coming in, man. Thanks for hanging out with us. What's going on your channel?
I'm like Caroline right now, doing nothing. Just doing the family thing. So I'm gonna probably just do a stream out of the blue and probably Fridays and just hang out and try to do stuff like you. But I told you I'd come just to jump on one of the shows, and I just had to jump on right here because it was so saucy and hot there.
You are always welcome, my brother. Always welcome. And it's a Christmas week. We had a good turnout for Christmas week. Merry Christmas to everybody. What were you going to say?
If Santa brings you a Switch, you're going to have to cart with us.
Oh, yeah.
I have asked for one. I do think I'm going to get one. Wow. My name will be Circumstances because it's always my name on these things. So definitely I'll let you guys know. And I'm probably going to suck at first, but eventually I'm going to be the king.
That's okay. That's the way I was.
Yeah, same here.
I'm going to be the god of everything. No. Oh, so yeah, because JD, you're in there as well, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're both assholes.
Yeah.
So. We got Chris. We got Chris sneaking in here at the end. I miss you, Chaos and Comics. Merry Christmas to you and yours in Las Vegas, man. I appreciate you sneaking in here at the end.
Yeah, he's another fucking ball of joy.
Any closing thoughts before we get out of here? Before I pick one of these closing videos here. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Time to start thinking about. We never got to it actually. I was going to bring up best of stuff, so maybe we'll do it next week. But best of the year time. What was your favorite comic of the year? Worst comic of the year? Worst movie of the year? All that stuff. I always love seeing what everybody talks about, and then I go watch the stuff that gets the most hype. So looking forward to that. Maybe we can get into a little bit to that a little bit next week. But that's all I got for this week. Until next week, peace, y'all.